Welcome. We usually treat gratitude like a transaction, right?
Yeah, totally.
Like write down 3 things you're thankful for in a journal, check the box, and just move on.
Right, just another daily chore.
Exactly. But today's deep dive is into this deeply serene text by Guru Arjan Devji that, it completely shatters that checklist mentality. It
Yeah.
basically argues that true gratitude isn't a 5-minute task, it's practically the air you breathe.
It really is. And we're exploring a hymn set to Rag Jaithri, which is essentially a specific musical scale in Indian classical music.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's designed to evoke a very specific mood. And in this case, it's this soothing, uplifting devotion that kind of grounds you before the words even register.
Right, and the words themselves get incredibly specific about physical reality. Like it lists the soul and the breath of life, but also, wealth, mansions, chariots, horses.
Yeah, family, friends, it covers everything.
Right, it forces you to acknowledge the source of everything around you. So let's unpack this. It's like acknowledging the architect of not just your house, but your entire reality. It's a reminder to never forget the ultimate giver who fashioned your body.
And what's really crucial here is that it refuses to paint the divine as, well, as some distant architect, right? Like someone who built the universe and just walked away.
Oh, totally. Just watching from the clouds.
Exactly. The text explicitly states God is not far away. So your literal household and your next breath, they're continuous active gifts from a really intimate presence.
Okay, but let's be real for a second. It's easy to feel connected to a generous presence when life is grand, But when your modern-day chariot, like your car, breaks down on the highway,
Oh, sure.
maintaining that constant state of spiritual awareness feels, well, impossible. How does this philosophy actually hold up against the friction of daily life?
Well, that friction is exactly why the text introduces its core practice, which is constant remembrance and meditation. Because when you hit that friction, human nature defaults to panic.
Right, fight or flight.
Exactly. But when you actively shift your brain from a state of scarcity, like stressing over the broken car, to this profound recognition that your very breath is a gift, you interrupt your body's stress response.
Wait, so the remembering is an actual physical mechanism?
Yeah, that continuous state of remembering literally lowers your cortisol.
Wow. Okay, it's like, think of your life as a smartphone. That daily gratitude journal is like closing out a few background apps to save battery.
I like that analogy.
But this hymn is telling you to plug the phone directly into the wall, connecting to the source of the power itself.
That is perfect.
Yeah.
And that continuous connection is what the text means when it promises that the body and mind are rejuvenated and sorrow departs.
Rejuvenated.
Yeah, it frames spiritual remembrance not just as a nice thought, but as a literal tool for mental and physical renewal. You pull yourself out of that panic mode by remembering your source.
But, internal meditation can only take you so far, right? You eventually have to interact with the chaotic world again.
Which is exactly where solo practice usually falls apart.
Right. And I noticed a shift in the text here, moving from the individual body and mind to gathering with others.
Yes, the philosophy insists on the sadsangat.
The company of the holy.
Right. Because you can't sustain a rejuvenated mindset in isolation forever. That solitary act of meditation has to expand into a spiritually grounded community.
The hymn actually goes as far as to say that by chanting the praises of the Lord within this community, all your sickness shall vanish.
It's a massive claim.
It really is. How are we looking at that functionally beyond just, the poetic phrasing of it?
Well, think about the psychology of shared emotional states.
Yeah.
Isolation is a huge driver of modern anxiety, depression, even physical illness.
Well, absolutely.
So when you gather with people who are collectively focused on abundant gratitude, rather than just individual grievances, that shared resilience reduces isolation-induced stress. We heal in community because our nervous systems actually co-regulate with the people around us.
So we are moving entirely away from just a quick thank you to this continuous rejuvenator awareness of the giver in every aspect of life, both alone and together.
Yeah, true gratitude is an ongoing posture. This hymn invites you to step out of modern isolation and live in a state of continuous healing connection with both the divine and the people around you.
That is incredibly powerful. So to leave you with the final thought today, if recognizing the ultimate source of your breath can literally interrupt your stress response and make sorrow depart, how might viewing your mundane daily surroundings, your home, your family, your friends, as direct, deliberate spiritual gifts change the way you interact with them today?